what it is, man. This is the Green Room. ED and Mr. Gemini on the mic in a warm-up to a show about nothing. A blister on my thumb. Hey! It's a green room. We're in the green room.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we are.
Welcome to the green room.
Welcome to my underground lair.
Not that we need to do this, but Mr. Gemini.
We do need to do this, Philly.
Not right off the bat. But
no, we usually don't do that right off of the bat.
GEMINI at directionsandmusic.org.
What you do? We didn't even finish introducing ourselves, and you're just going straight to fucking email.
Straight to this is a green room. I do whatever I want.
I do what I want. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It's his world. We're just living in it.
So
no shit.
The whole purpose of this is we're doing a sound check before we do the show about nothing.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's
what it's all about.
Well, the green room helps for that because I mean that's where we do like tech check and stupid shit, and but as well as get like loosened up, drink some beers.
The green room at like radio or TV shows is the back room where you kind of relax and have a drink and you can talk amongst yourselves until it's time to go on set.
Yeah, or your entourage or family hangs out, or
right.
Yeah, so while you are on stage or before or after.
It's a private entertainment area.
It's Vegas, baby.
Basically. But we call that's our sound check time.
I thought we called it our safe space.
It's our safe space.
It's our tree of trust.
I thought we were in the trust tree.
The tree. I thought we were tree of trust. Is that not? Is this not a safe? Is that not how this works?
I just try to think about what our underwear is made of.
No, what color is it? I mean, is it just like white cotton, or is it like some sort of like G-string or something, or maybe it's something I've never even heard of, like yeah. I was dude, fucking old school, so good. But yeah, no, dude, we do. Oh, bro, we didn't grab beers.
All right, so we didn't do all three. Mr. Gemini.
Dude, we didn't do
Come on. Mr. Gemini.
I already said Philly D, and then you cut us off by going to the freaking emails.
Sorry, and then...
No, you're not sorry.
Fact checker.
Clickety clack a fact checker, Miss JD.
That's what I was... Yep. Nice. So, as usual, the green room is just a warm-up. We're just sitting here, literally just turned the equipment on, doing sound checks. Got some new equipment we're working with over here, right? So now JD's got her own actual setup. She's not just using like plug-in headphones. We got a mic check. There we go.
This is fucked over here.
You are. We don't use those words. You used it too much last episode.
Was my F word allowance been revoked?
Dude,
I seriously did, because we were like,
you owe me like a couple shows with no bombs at all.
That's not gonna fucking happen. Just gonna put it right.
To be honest,
it was
not happening.
It's not happening, bro.
It's comedic. It's allowed.
But yeah, bro, you
like one of those ideas that's good in theory, but
it works out on paper.
In the real world.
Yeah, you're gonna do what? Nah. F that. That's what most guys say when I'm like, yeah, I'm vegetarian. They're like, yeah.
Not happening, bro.
That's funny.
That's adorable.
I like what you said though. It's like, dude, come on, we'll go out. I'll eat the steak and you can have my vegetables.
Yeah, dude, no, that was fucking dope. I love that. That was a good ass night, man. Plus you were like really fucking tipsy and riding your bike. I was like, I cannot in good conscience let you ride this home right now.
Oh, that's love right there. Yeah. Speaking of that, though, man,
which
my last ride home, and it has nothing to do with that. The weather was such S.
Because it just started raining. You had to like fucking ride home in that shit.
It didn't. It slowed down and sped up at different areas, but it never actually stopped until like about 10 minutes after I got home.
Yeah, that's about right.
So the whole ride, which was... Well, it's usually
About 40-ish minutes.
45 minutes.
The other way you drive.
At a medium pace.
In and out at a medium pace. Dude, I mean, honestly, I make that drive in like 35, but I also...
It was probably, and this is what the drudgery of it. Like I literally...
Drudgery?
Like the motorcycle term, I think, is limped. I limped home.
I heard that about you.
I had to stay in low gears. There was still concern of deer. I've got seriously wet roads where I never know if I'm going to be hydroplaning. And on two wheels, that is not just, oh, whoops.
Don't you have ABS on that shit or something?
Yeah, and it helps. Traction control and all that stuff. But, like basically, I was just...
No joke.
I was in low gear. I don't think I went above third gear the whole way home. Until I got like closer to home, and then I was like in fourth and fifth. But
boots and pants and boots and pants.
We're only talking about 10
I'm
minutes of
used
the
to
trip.
driving in the mountains and snow and like Mario and dreading up and down in curves and stuff. And I get weary.
But slower.
I get very weary driving in the rain where you guys live because the roads are very narrow and they are very windy and curvy.
And a lot of potholes.
I mean, if I had an off-road bike, maybe.
And random animals.
Because I could just kind of...
all together.
How we mark deer signs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Never in my life.
No.
I asked one of my friends about that and they looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's the thing around here.
I lost count, I think, at like 18 before coming home from your house, how many deer I saw.
How did the deer know to cross there? Do they put the sign there for them? Is that what that is?
That's what they do.
That was not my question.
Deer crossing.
That was something him and I were talking about on the side.
I mean, it's a deer crossing, but it's not really a, like...
Yeah, what was that? There was like, it was some woman or something was just like, what happens if you move it? How are they going to know that that's the new crossing? Like that, they're not reading that sign.
Dude, how do you not mess with them now?
It's like when the guy asks, it's like, hey, how do you get to this high school? Oh, it's right there. That's not the high school. All right, you want to take a right, and you want to come back out, make another right. You're going to go to the stop sign, make another right. Yeah, you just got to.
How do they know about the signs? They can't, well, they don't have to read.
Signs.
It's pictorial.
It's my pictorial muscles.
They should move it to somewhere safer for them to cross. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You think if this was the problem, they wouldn't have the signs in the first place?
Mm-hmm. It's like
like a little deer crossing guard.
Well, isn't that dude? What was Carlos Mencia?
I like the little medal.
Yeah, he's standing up, holding the sign with a hoof, like waving it.
Can this be either the skunk or the bunny from Bambi?
I like the skunk. His name is Flower.
It's okay. You can call me a flower if you want to.
That's what he said. He's like, Flower? That's not a flower. That's a skunk. He can call me Flower if he wants to. Fucking skunk's adorable, man. How could you be upset with that?
And Bambi was a boy. Bambino. Anyway.
I mean,
and Bingo was his name.
I don't know if that's been properly documented. I don't fucking know. Yeah, bro, we never grabbed beers.
You were right about that.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, I do have pink lemonade soda.
It is the green room, so
Froggy Soda.
One of us can get up and get beers for both.
Not it. And you're closer.
I'll do it. I don't care.
Wait, what?
Did you just say you had pink lemonade soda?
Yep. Yeah, Round Guys just started making this like a month and a half ago. One of our...
Is it spiked?
No, it's a straight soda.
It's just pink lemonade soda.
Yeah, so the backstory is there was a like a straight edge band, because we do a lot of music stuff and we've done like collabs with other groups and whatnot to make them beers. Well, we had a local band that like they love us, we love them, but
what's your favorite drink?
They don't drink, literally.
Yeah, what's your favorite drink? And
so lemonade. Instead, so we made them a soda, but then in doing that, we had this candy company in Doylestown that picked it up, and now they just sell the ever living crap out of it. So much so, we were just on MMR a couple weeks ago, talking about, and it wasn't us, it was them, but
nice.
Yeah, they were out there talking about Froggy Soda for us.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's dope.
That is dope, man. Getting on the radio.
Yeah, we're so OG, we don't need to speak for people to hear us. That's what I'm saying.
Now I get it, man. Okay, word. All right.
You finally pick it up on that? I've been telling you this shit for years. And you're just now sink in.
I understood it at a level, but not at that level. You know what I mean? But that's what happens in the
now made it to your level.
To my boost level? Wait, are you at a higher level?
I'm getting there.
Bang the bass, turn up the treble.
Feel the bass, the bass.
I'm the lyrical Jesse James now.
Yeah, right. I am the lyrical Jesse James. Yeah, pump up the jam. Sorry. I got the power. No, I always think of pump up the volume with Christian Slater.
Pump up the jam.
No, the movie Pump Up the Volume.
This beat is pumping.
Easy there, Mark Wahlberg. No, just kidding.
Got you going on the dance floor.
But yeah, dude, I love this fucking soda. And I don't even like soda. I don't even like pink lemonade. This shit is dope. But there's like 4 ingredients in this. It's hilarious. Yeah, I looked at, hold on, where's it?
Is it?
No, lemons, sugar, water.
No, here, check it, because you always have to go in order of most component, right? Carbonated water, cane sugar. Oh yeah, it's fucking sugar drink. Cranberry juice, lemon juice, natural flavors. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm serious. I don't know. And then there's guarana, citric acid, potassium benzoate.
Sounds like more than 4.
And potassium sorbate. Well, those aren't actual ingredients. Those are, preservatives or whatever the fuck. But yeah, dude, it's like 2 juices.
Potassium sorbate.
There's like 3 juices, sugar, and carbonated water.
Anything that's sorbate is going to keep microbes from growing in it, or it's going to
too.
Or it's going to keep down yeast activity.
Bro, yo, think about this, homie. As sad as it is, in a couple of weeks, new studio.
As sad as it is?
Well, yeah, because my kid's leaving.
She's been pumped up for this for a while.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm like, kind of sad because, she's leaving. However, new studio.
I mean, it's sad and it's not sad. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just sad to say that she's like leaving, but yeah, I'm not sad. I'm actually quite happy. I get more space back.
It just sounds so selfish when you say it that way.
Oh, I know. Because, dude, I was talking with our one buddy, and I was telling him, I was just like, yeah, I can't wait for her to leave. I was like, I'm going to move this and change that and blah, blah, blah. He's like, you can't say that. I'm like, yeah, I can. She knows what I mean by that, and she's cool with it. So, yeah, I can say whatever I want. Plus, it's my kid. I'm allowed to treat her that way. So, we're cool. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful about it.
It's always known that no matter what, at the drop of a hat, if you need a place to stay, you can always come home.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, that's always the rule.
Well, and I mean, I actually, we were just having like a really, her and I were just having a really deep conversation about that because she is leaving for the other coast. She's going to be gone for a few years. I mean, she was going to come back, for summer and Christmas breaks, all that typical college kid shit. But yeah, I was like, no matter what, kid, I was like, you could be 37. You still live with me. I don't give a shit. My job is to take care of you for as long as I can until I can't take care of myself. And then you got to wipe my ass. Tit for tat. It's all good. Hey, I did it for her for 2 years. Just saying. Wipe mine for a minute or 2.
Been smelling your shit for 22 years. You smell mine for 5 minutes.
Right.
Friday.
The dog gonna be chomping at your ass. Today's work, J-O-B. Good job.
What's good, Mom? Where's mine? To make your own.
You're right. Oh, but there ain't no milk. Yeah, just pour some water on it, baby. Dude, you ever had water on cereal? That is the dumbest shit ever. Tastes fucking horrible.
I tried watering down condensed milk. It's even worse.
Oh my God. Dude. See, when we were younger.
What about beer?
Dude, I've had beer with ice cream and all sorts of shit. Like beer goes great with so much stuff. It's hilarious.
Like beer with Cheerios?
Hell yeah, dude.
I feel like that'd be weird burps, though.
Dude, that was Revenge of the Nerds.
I know, right?
Yeah, when they're sitting there watching the...
It was like a salad bowl full of Cheerios.
Yeah, and he was just literally... And just like starts dumping it in. He just keeps on eating while he's watching... what was that sorority? The Pies? Right? That was like they were the Pies. Because then you also had the Mega Moos. Those were like the fat nerdy chicks or whatever. Where even Booger was like, "Oh, they're a bunch of cows," and it's like, "This is from you? Come on, Booger."
Lambda.
Yeah, lambda. Fucking dude, I miss the '80s movies, man. We need to bring them shits back. Yeah, I know you keep reaching for a beer. There is no beer.
There's no beer. I gotta get up. That's what's going on.
Again, not it.
Wait, was that Mike D? Like, who was in that one?
What's that?
The Revenge of the Nerds. Wasn't one of the
Beastie Boys in it?
Yeah.
No. You're thinking of Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Yeah.
Still wasn't him. It was a guy that looked like him. So I knew what you.
So I knew there was something there. I knew there was something. I
knew you got none of that right. You knew that there was somebody that looked like somebody who might have been that dude.
Can we call it 73%?
I'm gonna go with the 62 on that one. Gonna be honest, but that's because then there's also times when you're at like 85.
But see, you knew what I was talking about, so I wasn't that far off base.
We fucking live up here with each other.
I'm just saying.
Come on, we just look at each other and we know what we're thinking. I mean, sure, we're probably both thinking it, which is why we know I'm thinking it. He's probably thinking it too. That's how our brains work, bro. That's what happens when you hang out for over 30 years. We're like your typical American like marriage, been together for 30 years because it makes sense, but we don't have any sex.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, coming out of the 50s with it. Never mind. You have to explain it. It's not fucking funny. Jesus.
Nobody asked you.
Apparently not. It's all right.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I mean, a lot of people tell me stuff. Doesn't mean I'm paying attention or listening or going to, do something with it, but
right.
I get told shit all the time.
Right, meow?
Yeah, beers right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you can travel. Just,
Yeah, absolutely.
Beer 30. Yeah, because my soda's. I do beer. Oh, excuse me. What's that, bro? I don't give, dude, there's beers. Get beers. Just nothing over 9.6%. Anything at 10 and up is not a good thing. All right now. Plus, they're too boozy for me. I don't like our 10%ers because they're not my. So he grabs fives. With your cruiser. Yeah, but I mean, they're only like,
Cruiser.
It's a 5%er, bro. It's a Danny DeVito.
Wait, this beer has two names, doesn't it?
Well,
what's up with that?
So technically, what we did was a relabel. So we didn't change the name, even though we technically did, because you have to register the name. But what we did is we had we have a guy that's a distributor for Southern Jersey, so he does a lot of the shore stuff. And his idea was like, hey, I think this would sell better if we called it Beach Cruiser. So we take it from like a dark, or like a dark blue, greenish color to more of a bright, vibrant yellow, almost like a sun yellow, and just call it Beach Cruiser. And instead of a tactical Jeep, it's now like a beach Jeep.
Right.
And apparently it sells like crazy down there. I don't fucking know.
Hey, as long as you're selling beer.
Dude, but so
it's funny how that is though. Like, man, I was telling you, like,
the name, the color,
the name, the artwork. I mean, the style obviously plays a part too. But it's
But that's what I was just about to say.
It's easy to get lost in a sea of IPAs these days.
I mean,
there's so many.
So many. But I mean, that's the thing though, is like Pilsners, to me, a Pilsner it makes me think, Miller, Michelob, all that kind of stuff.
Easy drinking.
Well, but light. I'm literally talking like the 30 packs, like cheap ass beer in that fashion. Like not a disrespect. It's just, you're buying a cheap 30 pack.
When you say Pilsner?
When I hear Pilsner, I think 30 pack, fucking Natty Ice or something. So the area in which we sell this is a little hoity-toity. So it's basically like a high-priced Michelob, and they drink the shit out of it. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking get it. I mean, I'm not here to judge or, say who's supposed to do what.
Everything.
I know what happens.
It's like you can do the same thing, like as far as grain additions and alcohol content. Well, no, this is gonna be a bit stronger. It's a bit stronger than your average,
Average what?
Miller Lite.
No, dude, they're all like 5.5s. You fact checker on this. The average alcohol content of like Bud, Coors, Miller, they're all, I think, right around like a 5.3, 5.7.
Well, but this isn't a light beer though.
It's a 5.2.
No, but it's not a light beer either.
I mean, what do you mean by light? Like, are we talking calorie light?
Wifey likes to buy these low-cal IPAs.
Okay, so those are ones that where they're basically adding flavor with spent grain or dry hops, where you're not really adding the carbs and the sugars and everything else, but you're getting the flavors and the aromas out of it. Well, you're getting the tannins.
I think it's around 4%.
Yeah, those are like 4.3, 4.5, 4.7s. They're they're 4s and unders, or they're 4s and under 5.
For some light beers, it's 4.2 alcohol content, and for regular beers, the alcohol content is 5.
See,
where almost I was saying where almost all microbreweries usually
they're 6s and 7s
start at 5.
I mean,
or higher.
I want to say the average craft, like I
know Weyerbacher starts above 5 somewhere.
Oh God, no! Weyerbacher's like 9s and shits, dude. They're
they're starting at their weakest beer.
Oh, dude, I think even their weakest is like a 7 or so. I don't even really think they make
maybe as low as a 6.
I mean, not to say that they haven't, but I think currently they've been making a lot of like their crazier stuff, which most of them are like 7s, 8s, 12s.
Tiny, Blithering Idiot.
You're a Blithering Idiot. Dude, Blithering Idiot is actually really good.
That's a triple.
So it's like Pliny the Elder and Pliny the. So I mean, those are.
Pliny's an old recipe.
Dude, I mean, I remember when
it's first delicious.
I first was introduced to that. I was like fucking almost 15 years ago. My dude's like, you don't know about Pliny the Elder? Oh, and I'm like, I'm not a beer drinker, bro. I'm like, I want to drink my tequilas and have like whiskey and shit.
It's an old recipe, and it probably only varies in how people make it and what equipment they use or whatever. But I mean,
I don't know.
It's considered to be like the granddaddy of double IPAs.
I thought that was James Brown.
Like we have a extract version of it that you can buy.
Nobody
in the store.
Okay.
And it's got like, I don't know, it's something ridiculous. It's like 12 or 14 ounces of hops for a 5-gallon batch. It's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's so huge.
Well, I mean, hops is an expensive component in making beer.
I mean, lately it is. The way fucking things are. Everything's been going up in price.
I just recently got into that side of it. So, I mean, I know prices have gone up a little bit, but
you know what's funny? People keep talking about that shit. I haven't really felt it at all. You know what I mean? But I've always been very conscious. Like we were talking about this earlier when we were just warming up and chilling and shit. Where, when we were younger, we weren't very money wise or conscious on what was deemed appropriate or efficient, or we would live week to week because we were living at our parents' house and didn't really have bills. And as I got older and really started to
that's not what it's all about. It's about learning the ropes of just having a job and having responsibility.
But that's not my point.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I agree with you, but that was not my point. Now I'm like, fuck. It happens, bro. Fucking green room. No, so as I gained, I guess, more respect for what money can do for you, because you know me, I'm not a money guy in the sense of like, oh my god, I gotta have, money makes the world go round. I get it. I need it to pay bills and shit like that. But outside of that, I've already lived a really good life. I don't need to sit there and throw money around anymore. So when I know I have only so much and I have to be able to get so much with it, I just appropriately modify my priorities so that, I can do whatever I want. So as, prices change this way and that, it's like, all right, well then I just buy less of this or more of that, or I don't really give a shit. You know, plus I've always been working towards, at least in the past 10 years, getting towards that more sustainable, you know, and self-sustainable kind of an idea. You know, just utilizing as best you can, recycling, reusing, minimalism, all that kind of stuff. So,
well, like, I mean, I've been thinking a while now about growing my own vegetables. I mean,
yeah, we've been talking about that for years.
And I still haven't done anything with that, but
yeah, but your yard isn't exactly the most ideal for that setup. So, which I've talked to you. I mean, there's a couple of things we can do for you, but yeah, it's just until
we've been discussing the same thing, but we've been thinking about getting one of those tower gardens that goes inside, so you can move it inside or outside, and you can sustain at least 42 different varieties of vegetables.
You were offering me
all year round.
You don't even need that. I mean, 3 or 4 major small crops would keep you sustained. You'd be able to, I don't know, but well, I mean, I'm thinking this through, but
well, yeah, I mean, you have to look at.
You were willing to give me your tent thingy.
Well, yeah, because I mean, yeah, those who really know me know that I love gardening and plants and just creating and sustaining life. Yeah, I mean, I'm in like permaculture, horticulture. I mean, you know, biology. I mean, I'm into how things work as well as finding ways to work with them.
It's almost like the chemistry of biological, you know, like green earth, you know, like knowing how to.
Well, because there's plants
like you could look at a leaf and go, I know exactly what's wrong with that plant right now. It's almost like you're a plant doctor.
And it's, well, yeah. And I mean, you know, I've been given certain terms from certain industries to establish the quality and level of knowledge that I have within the plant world. I personally prefer the term expert grower because I do. Well, yeah, but
botany.
But to me, botany or botanist takes it a little bit further to like being more specific into the genetic level of it, which I certainly have knowledge of this, you know, because I mean, I like to know how things work. So I just have such a large collection of knowledge now.
Botanical knowledge.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you're talking grass and reeds and shrubs and, you know, deciduous trees and, you know, fruit-bearing plants. And I mean, there's
your bush.
It is my bush. And, you know, I have a special bond with this bush and I am the king of the forest. But no, yeah, I have such a wide range of, that's why I'm like, to me, I would consider myself like an expert cultivator. You know, I mean, something in that fashion, you know, it's just, but certain industries carry certain titles and I just don't care to be a part of that anymore.
It's not about the title.
Yeah, I don't need accolades, man. I don't do it for the accolades. I do it because it makes me feel good. I feel like I have a balance with things around me. You know, because I mean, I talk about my aquaponics. I love my ornamental fish, but I also, at some point, will do true aquaculture where I'm raising my own fish so I can have them as well. You know, and then chickens for eggs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, because I've talked to the kid. She won't let me eat the chickens because she's going to name them all. So I'm like, I want to like feel bad for like, you know, chopping Carlos's head off or something. No, not Sir Buttons. Like, yeah, I don't know, you know, some stupid shit. But I was like, nah, I'll still do that. But I probably wouldn't. I love my kid too much, you know what I mean? But I still would do it for the eggs.
But if I was going to eat any chicken, I would eat one that I'd raised myself because I know exactly what went into it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, at some point, your chicken's going to start getting old. It's like when your chicken starts getting old.
Yeah, if it dies before you go to kill it,
it's not laying eggs anymore. You know, it's on the. I mean, what are you?
As well as the meat at that point is
you're
also
get an assisted living facility. I mean,
what if you made a deal with her? Where you had chickens that she could name, and they were your laying chickens, right?
Once those bitches stop
whatever
working,
she wants.
She would still make me not allow me to kill. Yeah, I've already tried that.
Once they stop laying eggs.
Hold up.
What?
But then you have another set of chickens.
Yeah, again, no. I already talked to her about that.
One, thing two, thing three.
She won't let me do it. She'll still actually name them, and then she'll give me shit and be like, "Why would you do that?" I mean, she would still eat it, but she'd be crying about it. This is so yummy, so delicious. Yeah, right. It feels so good. Yeah, but you know, so yeah, I can
taste your love
I know because my joke was always we were gonna have cows and chickens, and I was gonna name them appropriately. Where it's like the cow was like, all right, so you're fillet, you're round eye, and she's like, Dad, you can't do that. I was like, yeah, I can.
Norman,
dude, no, I wouldn't. Not a normal name. I couldn't do it. It'd have to be like, because I mean, I would want that disconnect as well as I think it would be freaking hilarious. I mean, dude, like you said, you know where it's coming from. You're putting all that love into it. You know, to me, it's like the balance that they show you in Avatar, where no matter what animal's life they take, they are very respectful, appreciative, have gratitude, and that would be my thing. It's like I would just treat
have
that
cows.
I mean,
before goats.
Oh, I mean, as soon as I have the space, I would do any and all of it. So it'd be chickens, goats, cows, everything.
I heard somewhere that goat's milk is actually easier to digest for the human body.
Well, see, but I wouldn't do the cow for just if you're going milk.
For, I mean, you can do your own stuff to it, but at least you know what you've put into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, me personally, because I mean, you do goats. I mean, goats are good. That's a good meat. It is. You know, I mean, I've had freaking plenty of that or whatever else, you know, but it's knowing that that's the purpose of this thing and I'm going to give it a great life, you know, the best life I freaking can.
I mean, goats can live on scraps, man.
But see, I wouldn't do that. I mean, if it was scraps, it'd be like our good stuff where it's just like leftovers that they're going to love the crap out of.
That's what I'm saying.
As well as, I mean, you know, stuff that would almost be like compost kind of material as well, that it's just like, all right, well, I got plenty of that. Let me.
Well, healthy scraps. I'm talking about parts of the vegetable that people are like, ew, I don't want to eat.
Oh, yeah. Like they're going to eat.
You know how much of the broccoli we throw out?
Yeah, right. Dude, the goats would kill that crap.
Like I would eat.
Or how many nutrients are in the leaves of like carrots and other vegetables?
Yeah,
that people
of course.
Absolutely.
Which is why they make great stuff for composting.
I mean, turnip greens. That's a thing.
You're turning green.
Turnip.
Turn it up. In the green room. That's what we're doing.
All right, never mind.
But yeah, I mean,
so you got your collard greens, and then sorry.
Yeah, dude, I love collard greens.
Ham hocks.
I had some this weekend. They didn't have enough garlic though.
Did it have smoke?
Oh, they were buttery as shit. Like they were still good.
Meat of some sort in there.
No, it was just the greens. I mean, you know,
I do enjoy them too.
Oh my god, dude, I had to. Oh my god, when they're done right, when you get true like Southern style collard greens, that shit's good. Mm-hmm. Like I don't. To me, it doesn't. Being my style of what I've always eaten and gone to, and just visually, because you know I eat with my eyes. We all do. But
what's the one company that makes them in a can? But they're just not.
If it comes in a can, no.
They're not the same as making them yourself.
That's not a you got to.
You got to
no self-respecting Southerner makes instant grits.
I mean, you know, I've had a couple cans.
She just picked up on that one. You're just like going right over it.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So you expect me to believe that you have like some sort of magic stove where you can make grits in 10 minutes? Wow.
Nobody else.
I mean,
on this godforsaken earth. I
could be mistaken.
Minutes.
So I'm gonna have to step out and get rid of some beer right now.
Dude, you only had one, but all right, man. I mean,
they're large.
They are pounders. This is true. I'm just saying. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We didn't do our homework. We don't have our T-shirt quotey thingies.
Fail.
Although I did come up with a new one from the episode that aired tonight with our buddy Reese, where homie was, we were talking about like Yogi and Boo Boo and all this shit, and Gemini is just like, bear gotta eat. I was like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I think that one would be pretty fucking good. Yeah, I still gotta re-listen to that one episode because there was something that was very prevalent in the first series that we did that it was like the thing that I always freaking said, and I haven't said it in a couple seasons. So much so that like, when I was listening to the episode, I was like, oh my God, it's like I haven't said that in forever. And it's literally something I would say, and this is why it's killing me, because I'm like, fuck, what was it? And my brain moved that information to another spot, and I can't access that file. It's all good. Well, that's how brain works. Downloading. Pretty much.
Websites down for construction.
Well, it's just, to me, I very much visualize the idea that a brain is just a series of file cabinets, like tons and tons of filing cabinets, just rows and rows and stacks and stacks. And some are linked, some are connected, some are side by side, but all that knowledge is there, and depending on what you're trying to pull, that's why sometimes it's harder to find things, and or you're trying to make connections, and it's like this one thing's over here and that other thing's over on this side. So to me, it explains why sometimes things are just like instantaneous, and other times you're just like and then all of a sudden it comes to you. And that's just mine. Yeah.
Okay, you want some that I haven't heard in a while that you used to say?
Yeah, what's that?
Disclaimeria.
No, but see, that
we need a definition T-shirt. Yeah.
Well, I do. I think we needed a whole series of definition shirts. That's what I was saying.
That's gotta be like the first one.
I concur.
I concur.
With nonsensical.
It has to be written like it's a real word, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like yeah.
The whole description.
Didn't I show you the ones with sincerely as like a definition with like verb and like like that, but with those words? Because
I think I on one of those I was like, I'm telling you, colon, adjective, discussing things of, like some just weird random ass or, but it written out as if it was a definition, it would fucking look hilarious. People would actually like go to read it like it's some serious shit, and they'd be like, it's like one of those shirts when you get all the way to the bottom, it's like, and I now realize that I've just had you stand here reading the shirt for the past, you're like, Jesus Lord, they got me. They got me. Pulled me right. I got halfway through this shirt and I'm just like, are you going to get to the point? What's going on here? And, by the time I'm 2/3, now I'm like into the story and it's just happening. And by the end, I'm just like, I got bamboozled. Son of a gun.
That's a great shirt.
That's
an awesome shirt. Sorry. You got me.
Like, I'm not huge for ironic shirts, but shit like that it cracks me up. I can't.
You got me.
I cannot, you know what I mean?
I cannot think about the negative.
So you sent a photo of like a pun one with Tesla.
Oh.
One I have on my list is human. You put Hugh-man. Spell Hugh like the color.
Like light.
Yeah, like
we're people of light.
Yeah, no, there was another one we had going in the side chat. We were talking about doing something with that, I think. Like another one of those, like, dude, we're going to have to see this.
Disappeared in the wind.
This is a good thing we write shit down. Or
I forget what was even in the first cuts before we did like a proper first season.
What do you mean?
Like the early stuff. Like, I don't even remember that stuff.
What do you remember? What stuff from that stuff? You got to context and more.
Oh, our original recordings.
Okay, what about season, like our first series? Because I was actually we were just talking. Anyways, go ahead. What about the first series?
Oh, the first series was awesome, but it was
things that we don't remember, or were you were.
Oh, I don't know. I was just going off on a tangent. Totally lost myself. Sorry.
That'll happen.
Anyway.
Because we were talking about shirts, and you said, "Oh yeah," and that's. There it is.
No wait, I was thinking about one. What the hell was it?
I'm asking you.
Sincerely was definitely up there.
Yeah, but that's
just a word.
That's like series 2 or something. See, what I was talking about is more in series 1 is stuff that we used to say constantly. Where it was like all of a sudden, like that was just the thing that I always said or you said, and then
honestly, it's been a long time since I listened to Series 1.
I think I got to go back through them and pick some of that. Plus, I've been talking about going back and like trying to redo the audio on it now that we have some better equipment and things, and I could probably clean them up a little bit.
I mean, there's only so much you can polish.
Well, yeah, but I mean, because I've also, because we've been talking about. We've been talking about doing stuff with like puppets, like making our video that way and shit. So, I mean, we can take all of our old Series 1 shit and start puppeting that stuff up. And then once we get those together, put those out as the new Series 1. Because then that would be Series 1 of the puppets,
Series 1 of the puppets.
Yeah.
You could have them like slap boxing each other.
It's puppets, bro.
It's puppets, bro.
It's puppets, bro. I'm telling you. Well, because that
was one of your quotes too.
Well, yeah, because if we're doing a show with puppets and shit,
you gotta admit it's funny, like a good puppet.
But see, that's the thing is, as a shirt for one of our fans that are into us, that has been a part of this journey as long as they have, knows that it's like puppets. It's like, dude, they've been talking about puppets. When are they gonna fucking do the puppet thing? I want puppets. They're starting to die for the puppets just as much as we are at this point.
Has anybody written in about that?
No, I know that in the now, in the future of now, not just now here now, but the now soon that will be now.
You know what you need to do.
It'll be, and then those people will have gone through all the different series and would have realized this. They're like, dude, this is like 3 series in a row. They've been talking about fucking puppets. The puppets are over here. Like, dude, what the hell is this?
Something needs to happen.
It's a cool backstory where you get it like as the collective, in the time perspective.
I feel like
where you get retrospective.
Energy is moving in that direction. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can't do it right now myself. I don't have the money to do it right, but.
Well, and see, we really don't need money to do that.
No, you don't.
No, we need time.
Make it out of stuff. Yeah,
so. I mean, shit. Maybe we pay your kids to do it for us. That'd be pretty good. Be like, here's $5. Go make a puppet talk to this. We're gonna record it. Thanks. That should be hilarious. I would actually pay $5 for that.
This is a puppet. Who's gonna make the puppets though? We gotta order them on that thing.
Dude, we can just make them out of freaking like socks and stupid shit.
I
mean, dude, our one friend.
Oh, to start.
Well, they were like the group of them. They made them, it was a tambourine or whatever. They made a freaking puppet out of a like, who gives a shit, bro?
That's so funny too.
Dude, that shit was hilarious. You can
make socks and yarn and felt.
It was
but that's what I'm saying. Like, we can make them out of anything. Like, who gives a shit? It's not about what it looks like. It's about what the actual overall quality of content being put out. And, the content's already solid. The puppets are just to make it more entertaining. So if you can actually watch it,
Well, showing the voices that you do,
It's not, but that's the thing. It's like every time we switch up a voice, you can be like, bing, and like that new puppet can pop in and do it. And it's, I'm just saying.
Hello.
But that, put it together as a full production. Literally
Did you
just
say hello.
You can just record that and run it. I mean, you wouldn't even have to edit that shit together. You literally just run it together.
No, I said hello, but close enough.
Have the audio in the background. I can make that shit easy. Just need the time to actually make the fucking puppets talk.
That's what we need to do.
Well, because thinking about it, especially series 1, because you're talking hour and a half, 2.5 hour episodes.
So you're going to be a puppeteer?
I mean, fucking why not? I mean, I got a freaking puppet on me now. Just saying. I got a marionette. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm starting to get hungry, definitely.
Dude, Jesus, fuck. So you crack the beer safely, but then now you're pouring it into a glass and you're dribbling it. You just love spilling beer in the studio, don't you? I think that's just what it is. You can't put that there because that goes there. That goes over. See, there you go, bro. You're aware. You would have been like in 2 minutes. You were like, this is not my office. I'm like, damn it, this goes over here. Saving you the trouble, bro. Flip me off and I'm helping you out. You're so mean. What's that shit about? Hell, I didn't make you go get the beers for nothing. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. We never. Well, I was drinking the soda, so I guess
Salud.
Nazdrovia.
Prost.
Okay. Cheers. Chin chin. Fucking one-man show now. Just sitting there watching you drink. You're pondering what it tastes like.
It's a good flavor. It's just delish. It's very drinkable.
I mean, I'm not big on Pilsners. You know that. And this is
not your Bud Light, though. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, this is I think, if I'm recalling correctly, the recipe for this is based on like a pre-prohibition Pilsner.
It's a more like a Pilsner style ale.
Well, and so again, being pre-prohibition, it's an older style recipe. You know, you're going back a while to American heritage as we were kind of developing our actual own styles. Because I mean, up until that point, we're still like a massive melting pot, and we're pulling everybody else's stuff. But you know, now all of a sudden, here it is. We're starting to colonize, become cities and states, and we start making our own beers. And to me, this tastes American. It's how, you know what I mean? And it's light, it's crisp, it's got a little bite, but nothing crazy. It's just, for a 5.2 Pilsner, I'm
refreshing.
I'm not like overly impressed, but I'm not underwhelmed by any means. Yeah, it's a solid, good drinking, nice little beer. You know, anybody who can drink pretty much any kind of a beer, or, someone who's like, yeah, I'll drink a beer. Pretty much any beer drinker can drink this and they would enjoy it. So I'm not saying it's it's not really my style, but for what it is, yeah, it's solid. I'll drink it.
It is as advertised.
It is.
It's exactly what it is.
As seen on TV, or as heard on YouTube. There you go.
But it's nice. It stands out from your average. Definitely. I mean,
well, and that's why I said it's not underwhelming. Like, I'm not like, oh God, what is, there's nothing bad about it. I'm just not big on Pilsners. And I'm also not like huge on being hop forward on stuff, especially if there's no real balance to it, because, to me, the little bit of bite on this with the crispness of the Pilsner, it's still kind of hanging out in the background, but it doesn't really have that kind of true pop to it. So I don't think it has the overall real balance that I would like to personally see. But again, that's just my personal taste. I think it's still a dope beer. I'll drink them at any point. That's why I was like, this is a beer that pretty much anybody who's a beer drinker can absolutely drink this and they would enjoy it. Excuse me. It's just not one of mine that I would be like, yeah, I want to have one of those.
No, but if I was mowing the grass.
Well, yeah, there's been a few times where if I'm like,
not an insult at all, but if I was mowing the grass, that's perfect. It's refreshing, it's light.
There's been times when I'm like out grilling or something, and I'm just like, you know what? Same thing with the lagers. I'm not big on lagers, but there's just some times where it's, you see it in what you're making or have made or about to eat that you picked up, whatever. It's when you have that. When your mind goes, yeah, dude, then do it. So I was gonna say, I enjoy it. I absolutely do. It's not really my style, though. It's not something I'm gonna continuously just go out and get, but it is a nice recording beer.
What is your favorite beer style?
Currently,
there's so many.
Well, but see, here's the deal. What my current go-to favorite style isn't necessarily my favorite beer to drink right now. So 99% of the time, I would go for how do I want to classify this? Because it's not common. It's more of a light ale, in a sense, almost towards being a light lager where you're going to get more of that maltiness, but it's a very light, almost like sweet honey kind of maltiness. So you're not getting so much that sweet bread. You're getting more of like a honey biscuit, but a very minuscule.
What you're talking about is more like an English pale, or
and that's what I was like in the States. It's just so I don't really.
There is a hot presence, but it's not overpowering.
Well, yeah, like dude, anytime I go to
you have notes of biscuit and sometimes honey or cherries or
or even a little honey crisp, little apple-ish kind of bite to it.
Depends on the crystal malts used or whatever else is in the.
I don't know if I can know.
There's a whole bunch of different things that add different flavor to the malt profile. But
yeah, whenever see, like, depending on where I'm at or what I'm doing, would kind of dictate my, because that's the thing is like when I go to what's the Chinese bistro, PF Chang's. Every time I go to PF Chang's, I always get Kiri Ichiban, which is Japanese lager, but on draft. Mm-hmm. There's just something about it that just it goes with the food very well. So
only on draft.
Yeah, I've done bottle. It wasn't the same.
I've had it both.
Yeah, no, dude, I prefer the draft version.
It's delicious either way, but yeah, I could see why you would prefer the draft.
I mean, I just, that's my style. I'm not big on.
Technically been in fewer containers.
I mean, I think there's that, but while the empirical data while people say that being in keg, you're not going to pull anything from it. To me, there's just a definite taste difference, glass to keg, on quite a few beers. Not all of them, but I mean, like the ones that have more pronounced, like more of a balance, things that have multiple notes or components to them. To me, you can definitely get into a taste difference between keg and bottle or even can. Mm. And to me, can very much tastes just like keg. But, and that might have to do with the fact that it's just not, it's metallic and not glass, and how long it's been sitting, and also at that point, then how do they store it, and whether or not the glass has been, subject to any kind of outside UV or sunlight. And so I'm sure all that comes into play.
Well, more so with hop notes. If it's exposed to too much sunlight. IPAs don't generally last terribly long.
Which I think is hilarious, because the original design was to make it around the frickin' all of Africa to get to India coming out of the UK area. You're talking about months at sea. And it's still drinkable. I think it's the IPAs of today.
Well, what I'm saying is it doesn't necessarily age well.
See, and this is, I think because like round guys are so balanced in what they do, I mean, the fact that they like you were saying, picking the right malts and, the flakes and, doing all these different components, like really getting down to the art and science of it. Our IPAs, dude, like 6-8 months on the shelf, like literally on the shelf, under 80 degrees, not even in a fridge or something. Those things age so well, and you really get different kind of notes starting to pop out where the beer almost melds together nicer. Like you really do get a more pronounced profile on each piece, and it just becomes a more balanced overall. Like it's just more times than not, I like our IPAs after they've been aged. I really do. Well, they're balanced to begin with, but dude, yeah, after 6 or 8 months, they just you get these little. There's literally like nuances, these tiny little things that just pop here or there. That all of a sudden it makes that beer that much more balanced.
The barrel aging thing, like the that side of things, where it's actually aged in a barrel as the secondary.
Oh, I'm just talking like legit in a can. We've already taken it from keg to can and then letting it sit on a shelf and age. It's not even a barrel age, just literal by itself, letting it just soak in its own shit. And they get smoother. It cracks me up, because so many beers nowadays, that doesn't happen. After like 3 or 4 months, they just turn into shit and they just fall apart almost. Especially if you hadn't kept it refrigerated by some means. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that people are doing like lactose and extracts and all sorts of stuff. I think it's just bringing down the quality, the stability of it as an IPA, especially because, I mean, again, that thing's supposed to make it for freaking months out in the ocean.
I don't personally think you should ever have to add lactose to an IPA. I think that's ridiculous. There's other ways to get mouthfeel without.
Yeah, and yet a lot of people do it. Just saying, man. Yeah, I don't get it either.
But why would you want to add like a milk sugar to
give it more of that hazy body and stuff, to give it like that actual consistency more on that milkshake side.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. But yeah, I agree. You can do it without.
You use wheat.
You can pick different pieces and components
and flaked oats or barley or something. We'll give it a cloudy.
Yeah, well, maybe that costs more. I'm just saying, dude.
Probably no, not really. I mean,
when you're doing like bigger, larger batches and stuff, a little bit of lactose with some extracts instead of picking that right hop that's maybe super expensive because it's just rare.
The only reason to add lactose is to add a sugar that can't be fermented, so that it stays in the brew, which means you can add lactose to taste right before kegging or bottling.
Yeah, which you shouldn't have to do. It should have been better first. I mean, that's how I look at it.
It's like cheating.
It is.
Yeah.
To me, it's cheating.
So, generally speaking, the amount of recipe grains that you use would determine the amount of, to some extent, the unusable sugars. Because basically, the more you do to a barley, as far as roasting and doing these different procedures, whether it's a light toast or a roasting or whatever it is, they change the sugars to be more complex so that they can't be digested by the yeast.
Right.
So that's the sweetness that gets left behind in like anything with a chocolate malt or a double roasted or, Crystal 120 or 90 or where that stuff is like it's been cooked to a crisp. Like normally you can eat the malted barley and it's quite delicious. Like you could almost pour a bowl of cereal, which is basically that's what it is. But when it comes to those, they're crunchy or they taste like charcoal. But those are the ones that add all the flavor. Because they kind of chemically, they create a sugar that's basically undigestible by the yeast. So it's something that's left behind. So it's a natural way of leaving flavor into your beer. So it was the special roasts that made the porters and the stouts and stuff like that, the much darker beers, or even the red ales and stuff. Certain grains leave behind a reddish hue.
Right.
When they're soaked.
I heard that about you.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of definitely, it's almost time for snack. Gotta watch Wapner.
Fucking Wapner's dead, dude. At least I think he is. I don't know. The show's gone. I don't even know if you can see that anymore.
Still playing somewhere, I'm sure.
Dude, maybe in like India.
Very good driver.
But I don't think I've seen any Wapner in forever. Like since the 80s or some shit.
Kmart sucks.
It does. That's why it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I was like
completely gone now.
Well,
is it done?
I think there's like a few independent stores that they just they basically kept the name. You know what I mean? Like they bought out the building or something.
They're allowed to own a franchise until they.
Well, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say they own a franchise. I think they're just like they are either leasing the name or I don't know. We can actually, not that it really matters, but I was gonna say I remember when I was driving around up north, like Allentown and all that stuff, and I called you up. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "I just saw a Kmart." You're like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah." But it's closed.
Like it's empty.
No, dude, it was boarded up and everything, but the sign's still out, like massive as shit across the front, the fascia, just that huge like Kmart
growing up through the parking lot.
What are we looking for? The original, the company name?
No, if there is any actual Kmarts
still in existence,
and if so, are they owned by Kmart or are they like independently?
Or the property is just absorbed by some conglomerate or
probably. I I want to say that they
like the Taco Bell, KFC.
So do you? All right, so put it this way: McDonald's is not in the business to make burgers. McDonald's is in the real estate game.
Yeah, like the Catholic Church. Oh, I'm sorry,
dude. Yeah. I think it's more than just the Catholics. So let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just just to pick on one.
Yeah, great. You're gonna get us fucking barred for this. Good thing it's at the end of this. Nobody's fucking listening at this point. God, I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's had their hand in that cookie jar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. I had an inappropriate joke pass through my head, and I was like, not saying it, bro.
No.
Yeah, not happening. The hand of the Judd.
No, none of that going on.
But what were we talking about before you brought the room down, bro?
What? Oh.
Kmart.
No, that it's almost
no.
It's almost time to eat.
No, that's what you were. Oh, Jesus Lord.
That is what I'm talking about. Always thinking about food.
It's because you fucking don't eat enough. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is
because you might as well, right?
Technically, your ship.
So yeah, absolutely. If you want to get in touch with us, right?
Yeah, if you want to touch us,
you could like message us or something,
dude. If you want to come hang out with us in the studio and watch us do this live,
just write in to There's a thing. It's ITY, right? At directionsandmusic.org. And that would get all of us,
the
right?
The hee-haw music pops in. Sorry.
Or you could get us individually at Gemini, GEMINI.
I love how you do the robot arms. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
I don't do the arms,
dude. You got to do the arms. It helps to sell the GEMINI. I'm just saying.
Like you can hear that I'm doing this.
I mean, I feel like if I was just listening. Not knowing, but I'm in the studio, so I know. So when I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, he's doing the robot.
I can see your hands going up and down.
Yeah, whether they were doing it or not, I still see you, Danger Will Robinson. Just saying.
Before we go, I have your Kmart fact of the day.
Oh, yeah, dude. I forgot we asked about that. Fucking green room.
It's like 20 seconds ago.
All right, so what's up with the Kmart?
It says that it was later sold to Transform Company in 2019, and there are still 3 left.
Wait, what part of 2019?
They were sold to Transform Company. That's the name of the company, Transform Co.
What was the date of that?
He's looking for like a specific month.
February of 2019.
Yeah, see, that's not.
Oh, okay.
You were going for conspiracy. I know what you was doing.
You knew what I was going for.
And of then, there was 9 stores remaining.
I think
as of 2022, there are only 3 stores remaining.
Where are these stores at? Does it tell us? She's got to look. Yeah, as well as, I mean,
I want to go visit the last Kmart in existence.
Right. So, Westwood, New Jersey.
Okay.
Bridgehampton on New York's Long Island. And in Miami. They still have one.
Dude, that's crazy. Only on the East Coast.
I feel like they'd be desolate places of desperation at this point. I don't know. Like the last holdouts.
Dude,
I mean, the last time I saw a Kmart, honestly, it was kind of like a tiny ghetto.
It was a giant bodega with no drugs, unless you knew some of the staff in the back. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
That was my perception.
But yeah, we need to finish this. Wrap it up, B.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
So, Mr. Gemini.
In the green room with Philly D.
Clickety clack effect. Check on Miss JD.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, as always, be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.